Alrighty, welcome on to something new. This is going to be a PokeWild playthrough for the group on YouTube. It is me, ThatSpiderGaming. I can't sadly go fully ThatSpiderGaming. We'll get, some of the basics. This will be a little test video. While this world generates, I'm not going to be cutting anything, so I'd like to, just let it be known that at the start of my channel, I'm going to try and upload daily, whether that be clips of these longer videos on shorts, or recording just progress on the PokeWilds world. I will say, my main goal for this first video is to at least make some people happy when they watch it. Yeah, things that I'm willing to answer while this is loading. PokeWilds is only a fan-made game. It's a Gen 2 styled Pokemon open world game where you are the last human, or the only human, first human. I don't know the exact lore of it. Don't worry, this game does get updated from time to time. It is currently in the process of getting an update soon, hopefully. You can check out progress on PokeWilds themselves. I will link a... I'm terribly sorry. Words are not coming to my mind. I'll link the GitHub page so you can get PokeWilds properly, along with the PokeWilds Discord in the description, because you gotta support them more than me, well, other than watching, and give me a like and subscribe if you do enjoy the video. Yep, definitely another. Oh, now that we've loaded into PokeWilds, you can begin to see the Gen 2 aspects of this game. On the shoreline, just some basic Pokeballs. However, something that I think people new to this game would be wondering, what's your starter Pokemon? What's that? Well, it's simple. It's Chop. Quite the wonderful Pokemon too. It's okay, that spider bleeds into the other side of the screen. Oh, this is a strong Machop too. I think that's a wild Glaceon. And a wild Pinsir. Those are big Pokemon. I'm not going to talk to them. They're, I think a bit more on the feisty side. There's a couple Pokemon we will definitely need to acquire before real progress is made. A water and electric type are really important, and we're going to need a grass type alongside of them. Those are the three types of Pokemon we are currently looking for. Well, there's a type, but Alolan Raichu will be too strong. However, this Corphish will not. We'll accept Corphish into our party, and some Pokemon we can just do that with. And yeah, they're gonna be strong sometimes. That Corphish is actually really important. That kind of cuts out the need of a grass type. Yeah, here's a Cyndaquil that is also wonderful to have on any party. Like, which Gen 2 game would you not want a Cyndaquil in? And yes, all Pokemon can follow you around. You can look at the stats of these guys. And I'm willing to take any name suggestions for any Pokemon that I find. Let's continue exploring the beach side. I think this will be... Ooh, that's another Pokemon that we're gonna grab early. Probably have a Totodile in my party for the playthrough. I think that will be a fun Pokemon. Oh, and it's already level 10? Honestly, yeah. I'm just gonna keep the Cyndaquil to follow me around. And yes, you can run in this game. I just was walking out of being lazy. We only have 2 Pokeballs. Oh yeah. Something I should explain. You're probably wondering what it means by cut with Corphish. Well, you become the Corphish and can cut down trees, and those apricorns are really important. Just gonna deforest a bit of this spot. Kind of just take down these smaller trees. And because we're not fully evolved to cut down the large trees. So these smaller trees will have to do for now. And you can hold down X to make them stop using their out of battle ability, because it's not really a move sometimes. Ooh, now this is fun. There's eggs. We are not ready to grab an egg, but this is a good spot to remember. That's a Hypno. I've never seen a wild Hypno. Are they friendly? Or do they like jump you off rip? They are not friendly. We are not gonna provoke the Hypno, but the Miltank is friendly. We're gonna gladly take the Miltank. Now before I do anything else, I am gonna grab that Shinx up there. Now my party is full. I will say, catching them like how I did by running into them and clicking just allowing them in my party is one of the ways to catch Pokemon. Fire-type Pokemon also constantly give heat if they have some sort of open flame. So, like this Cyndaquil that I have in my party, will also do that. However, I'm gonna not let Cyndaquil near that Ponyta. I don't want to make a mass farm of eggs yet. That's a wild-type lotion, I believe. Oh, our first battle. Yeah, sadly the night music does play throughout all of this, so there's a good chance after this first video I'm gonna go back to having the actual in-game music off and putting in my own backtrack of probably, you know, copyright-free music or other Pokemon tunes that fit the vibe. And battles aren't that hard. Cyndaquil learns Smokescreen. And grew up to level 7 actually. And level 8. That Mankey gave me a lot of experience, so no. Cyndaquil got strong. That's a Haunch Crow, I believe. That's kinda cool to see in the wild. Oh yeah, if you ever get lost, you can always look at the map to see where you've been. I've been somewhat going diagonally. I wanna probably figure out where I'm gonna build a base. Okay, there's more shoreline here. Oh look, the Dragonites. There's always some Dragonites on a shoreline. Honestly, I am tempted to say that if I want to build a base, I want to build it like very coastal sided. I might build it around here. Or maybe not exactly in this watery zone. I want to build it near the water. So like, honestly, right here, perfect spot for a little starting home. And it's kind of secluded. I think I will make this my starting home. And in order to begin a starting base, you got to use your Machop to build. Now we're not going to have a lot of materials at the moment. Really, the only materials I'm going to use right now is a fire, which you can't use. But I will say a material that I am going to begin working on is actually up here. I might have enough. I don't have enough grass. We're going to need a bit more grass, which luckily is not that hard to get in this game. Because these bushes right here are grass. They're like big pieces of grass. So just clearing off this will probably get me enough grass for this entire first day. Oh, that's an encounter. It's a bird. Don't worry, in later videos we're gonna have more goals, like getting ride Pokemon or something. For now, our main goal early on is just setting up a small starting enclosure where we can store a couple of important Pokemon. Spearow is technically one of them. Or, well, flying type is. And that's weak enough. But I don't have the space to camp. Ooh. That would be perfect level weakness to try and catch the Spearow. However, we are not ready to capture things yet. One, we need more balls, which is also another thing that we're gonna grind a little bit. And now Corpus is leveled up, yay! Alright, that should be all the grass we'll need. We'll probably chop down some of those trees once we build this little fence zone. This fence will store 2 Pokemon at the moment. Hopefully they don't breed. I don't think they will. Now you may be wondering, oh, what are you going to do to get in and out of your pen? Well, obviously, you put a door between 2 fence posts. And that makes a gate. This will be where we store our milk tank. And milk tank will get me a Moo Moo milk, which is really good. Now I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build the campfire. There's a lot of things to build. This campfire is basically a sense of our temporary start. Same with where that fence post is. Probably the house will be built more right field, so we're probably going to be cutting down a lot more of the grass and trees there. These are what the apricorns are used for, is crafting these basic balls. Well, basic, I mean the apricorn balls. For now, we're going to craft as many of these as we can. But one of the things we are going to need is soft feather and silky thread, meaning we are going to need some sort of flying type and then some sort of bug type Pokemon. And I think the best way to begin catching Pokemon is probably with the Totodile. I'm gonna cut down those trees over here. more apricorns. That is really helpful. I don't think Pinsir is friendly. He might be. Pinsir is not friendly. There's a Plusle. Yeah, this is definitely going to be where my home will be, is like on this little grass patch will be fully gone. I could do that this episode, but I'll probably save that for like small sections of episode 2. We're gonna continue. We're gonna go a bit more on the coastal side. For the important reason of these coasts are where you can get balls. And I don't think there's any more balls on this side of the coast. Alrighty though, but there is a couple things I should mention. There's little spots on the ground like that. That is a dig spot where you can dig. Those are very important because you can dig up, well, the evolution stones, which are kind of important for some Pokemon. Not all, but some. So I'm just running across to get the coastal readings. There's a wild Charizard. You can say hello to him. Yeah, sometimes these signposts, like now, I did not expect it in the first episode. This is a very fun encounter. As you can tell, the text has gotten kind of awkward, so let's get this encounter though. A wild unknown appeared in the unknown text, which is very fun. I think this might be one of my favorite interactions of this game. One of my favorites. I don't know for sure. Not very effective though. Okay, Scratch is not gonna kill. These things are a bit tanky, but they don't do a lot of damage. A hidden power that's neutral to me, so I don't know what type it is. Now I think is a good time to try and catch it. Yeah, we already got 49 grass. We're gonna need a lot more logs. None of our apricorn balls are gonna be good, so I'm just gonna chuck a Pokeball. And now we've caught an unknown. Oh yeah, when you catch a Pokemon, all your party Pokemon gain levels. I am terribly sorry for the unknown audio during then. But, you know, that's what happens from time to time. Ooh, the desert is already very close by. That is also pretty good. Ooh, that is the final of the Johto starter trio that we need is up here. And more trees that we can cut down. This might be where I cut down trees. Let's head back. Deposit the unknown in our basic pin. I'm calling it only a basic pin since... Okay, where I build my house is where a lot of important stuff is. This is a mansion. It's locked. I'm not living in that. I can't afford to live in there. I'll need to get like a key or something to get in there. I'll explain more in bits. In time do tell. Prison berries are also good. I think. I don't know how valuable berries are in PokeWilds. There is no held item feature. Ooh, but I can use that Moo Milk. We can use that on our unknown. You may say, that's a waste. You're right. It definitely is a bit of a waste. But we do have infinite Moo Milk from our 1 milk tank. I will say, I think for now though, I'm not going to begin the starting home, but I am going to place down something else nearby. A simple chest up here. And this is basically our Pokemon storage, where I'm going to store Pokemon that we don't need at the moment. We're going to keep Totodile, Corphish, and Machop just for easy access to building because he's pretty decent. But yeah, we can look at where we explored. This world map is big, so we probably explored, honestly, not a lot of it. I think, honestly, this might be a good ending spot for the video. I am ThatSpiderGaming. I'll be signing off. Next time we're on PokeWilds, I'd say our big goal is going to be to at least begin the progress of a house. And that will include tearing down this entire grassland and deforesting a bit near the desert. ThatSpiderGaming, heading off. I'll be in a web near you.